Hey everyone, Beyond Sims here today, and it has been 1,000 years since I have recorded a video. It is so nice to see you all. I'm hoping to do more of these. Let's see how it goes, but I hope you're all doing well regardless. So I really wanted to do a video today because I'm very excited with basically a new feature that has been unexpectedly announced and shared for The Sims 4. And that is the Neighborhood Stories system feature. So let me just load into a game a moment and let's take a look at this. So this is my first time taking a look at this. I've just been reading up about it and what it will do. So for those who don't know, a few months ago, EA added in some new features called Neighborhood Stories, which basically it was the idea to start bringing in some of the open world aspects that you saw in The Sims 3. So, other Sims living their lives doing things while you're not actually controlling them. Of course, completely up to you, because some people like to be in control. Personally, I like things outside of that active household to happen, big changes, and this is the first major addition, and this is basically going to cause life changes for all neighbor Sims with or without relationships to the active household. So these are people that maybe you're not even friends with in the game, and that means actually things are going to be changing all over the world. So some of the things that other neighbors that will now do, they might adopt Sims into their household, so toddlers, infants. They might become pregnant with a significant other. They might adopt a cat or a dog if you have the Sims 4 Cats and Dogs expansion pack. They could even join and leave careers, which is influenced by Sim traits, and elder Sims may even retire. Households will move in and out of lots, so you may find them, moving around the neighborhood to different worlds, which is quite exciting, and they may even die in all kinds of different accidents as well, depending on risk factors such as their age, their traits, and the career that they are in. So basically it means there's more things going on in The Sims 4, which is something this game desperately need. Now, for some of you, I'm sure you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, I don't want this to happen. Some people have full control over their game and, that's great. So, you can actually configure this. So, now when you go up here into Manage Households within the UI, you can play with Neighborhood Stories. So, as you can see here, it gives you a description of that, but basically it means households that you are not actively playing experience big life changes. So we can actually go into Manage Households and configure the system. And we can configure them for households around the town, and basically choose what can and can't happen. So this is where it's quite cool, because we can actually apply this for and different levels of settings for each household that is in the game, which is quite cool. So you can do it for all of them in one go, or you can configure it for some of them. So for example, for my active one, I could configure neighbor stories, so things happen when I'm not playing them. They could die, adopt a child, dogs, cats, leave career, retire, all these fun things. But also for other households, you can choose this on an individual level. So let me show you an example. Say the Goth family. I do not ever want them to move in or out of their place. I don't want them to die, but I don't care if they have a baby, if one of them retires, or they join a new career, or adopt a dog. I don't mind that. So I'm going to set that just for the Goth family, and you can see immediately that you will see that this household has a custom Neighborhood Stories configuration to it, which is really, really awesome. If I wanted to set it for all of them, I can do that as well. I can just press the big button, and for example, we can say that I do not want any of my Sims in my world at all to move out. And I can apply that. So that then applies to all of them, and let's have a look actually. Let me see if I turn off dogs and cats. That then won't impact any other configurations you've custom set on other households. So you've got full control over this Neighborhood Stories feature. You can turn it off fully if you want to, and you can control every single aspect of that. So all you have to do, like I mentioned, is in the top right, go into Manage Households, and you can see absolutely every single household that exists within your Sims 4 game. So that's really, really exciting. And for me, I think that's going to add a lot more fun and a lot more changes to the game as well. So that's how you can configure them. So we've learned we can do it independently, we can do it for all of the households, and by default, I believe it's actually enabled going forward. So that's really exciting. So to be able to see what your Sims are up to, basically all you need to do is check via your mailbox. So let's actually go into one of our games here. Let's load up the Goth household. And we will actually go in and I'll show you how to do that. And it's all through the mailbox, which is really handy, I guess, and to get to. And we can check in to see what's going on really in our world. So if I go over here on the mailbox, you'll see there's now an option for check recent neighborhood stories. And when we click that, you'll get a notification telling you what's been happening. So obviously, because we haven't been playing, nothing has happened, so we can check back soon. But it may show you things such as, hey, this household has recently adopted a child, or this person has died, and you can see all of those life changes. So I guess this is quite handy because it's also impacting households in other worlds, and that your Sims don't necessarily know. You may not even come into contact with some of these households that are having quite significant changes happening to them. So that's quite a good way to stay in touch with it all. All in all, I'm very surprised by this. Obviously, time will tell as to how well it works. I'm not holding my breath because The Sims 4, after the release of my wedding stories, I'm honestly not sure. But I think this is a much needed addition to the game, and we'll start adding just a bit more spontaneity and a bit more change, because not enough random things happen in The Sims 4. You're too in control, and the game doesn't push you back enough. So hopefully there'll be some great things, and maybe I'm sure some modders will add some more things to this as well. Hopefully this was helpful. Be sure to head over to beyondsims.com as always for more news, reviews, and also the Llama Drama podcast. And if you have any questions, leave a comment and let me know what you think. And until then, I will see you soon, hopefully sooner than before.